Good evening, friends. So I'll be very honest. I'm quite tensed whenever I face an audience because I'm a researcher at heart, happily building products in my own lab, doing experiments, and not very comfortable when I face an audience. But however, having said that, probably I am here to introduce what we do at AZOOKA. So as Joe said, unlike all the companies here, unlike all the companies here, we are a 9-year-old startup in the biotech space or the so-called deep tech space. And I'm sure most of you will not connect to what I'm going to speak now because we are not doing something that you come in direct contact with. But probably what we do is we have a technology that is predominantly used in a lot of tests that you get done in a laboratory. Say, for example, like the COVID-19 test, or probably a genomics test that you may do, a genome patri test like what Map My Genome does. They all use products that we build here. So we started with a vision of removing biohazards from the diagnostic and the biotechnology space. So probably this is my team. So I am the scientist here who builds the products, whereas Alex is the co-founder. He's from Zoho with a lot of experience in deploying products globally, and that's how we teamed up when we started this journey. So we started in 2013 to really solve a problem that was prevalent in biotechnology. We wanted to eliminate biohazards. What we built is a food grade safe molecule and a dye, which is extensively used in the RT-PCR assays. So I know before COVID, it was always very difficult for us. People don't understand what we are building, primarily because they don't understand the technology behind these tests. And thanks to COVID, at least now, I'm sure all of you know what RT-PCR tests are, and we built a key technology or key molecules that are critical and crucial in RT-PCR tests. So all the competition or all the market leaders today are cancer causing and biohazardous, while we make food grade safe molecules. So we have patent grants for these molecules in 4 countries, and we are the first in the world to build these kind of molecules which are safe. So if I have to highlight the problem, for the past 5 decades or more than 50 years, people have been scouting for such molecules that can bind to your DNA and fluoresce, and of which only 2-3 molecules have been commercially exploited. So we kind of solved a 50-year-old problem by reporting a new class of molecules that can do this. And that's what we have. And why is this important now? Probably, right, we are talking about sustainability in a totally different domain. So it's important because now there's something called as the CDP score, where companies are urged to disclose their environmental policies. So people who are aligned to this probably are moving on to us and adopting our technology. So while we were building this molecule, it was then that COVID really struck us, and for a country like India, I think it was a much larger crisis because India did not have an ecosystem for molecular diagnostics at that point in time. So the molecular diagnostics penetration was only 12%, and the WHO mandated RT-PCR to be the gold standard. And when we actually visited a lot of hospitals, we found that the problem was not only the lack of testing, but it was also in collection of samples. People had to ship samples from different tier 2, tier 3 cities and villages to larger cities like Bangalore for the testing to be done, during which a lot of sample integrity was lost. So having been in the space for this much time, we thought that we should definitely contribute something to the crisis, and we came up with molecular grade sample collection kits, where the integrity of DNA and RNA, which are critical for molecular testing or genomics, is very important to avoid false results. So we scaled up from 0 to 1 million units in less than 3 months, and we deployed 1 million units during the pandemic, and for which we also received several awards. So a journey to sample collection started there. However, our customers started loving our products in started getting back to us for a lot of other sample collection kits that are used in non-invasive prenatal testing or cancer liquid biopsy, primarily because they were importing these kind of sample collection kits. India does not make these kind of sample collection kits, so thereby we have a series of products now addressing that segment. So now we, from fluorophore company, now we have transformed into a solutions provider for an entire stack solution provider for genomics. So we starting from sample collection kits to the processing kits as well as the testing kits. And we are also in the process of building a software for the analytics, which is a bigger challenge in genomics. So that's where we are. So this is probably to educate you a little bit on the genomics workflow. So now that I think all of us know that genomics is a fast-growing market and it's going to be more critical, primarily when we are moving towards personalized medicine. So this is a typical workflow where sample collection happens and then processing and sequencing and finally data analytics happens. So we have products aligned in the entire space. So it's a huge market, probably a cumulative market of $52 billion and upward, and it's a fast-growing market. It's expected that the genomics market will reach around $400 billion by 2030. And we are open to licensing of our molecules, and this is some highlight on probably something to give you an idea on what our molecules are worth. So these are some acquisitions which happened recently. When we are one of, by an independent reporter, we are recognized as one of the only manufacturer in Asia for these kind of solutions. So we have an ISO 13485 certified manufacturing facility here out of India, and we make premium molecular biology products for the globe. So we've received a lot of awards for this. However, what we are looking for here is collaborative opportunities to take our products to other countries. That's something we are actively looking at, and we are also looking for some partners for licensing, because we feel that there is a challenge in finding people who can license molecules based out of India, and so we are looking for some partners who can help us with licensing our molecules to companies, even including our competition like the Fisher or Sigma and Richard Mark. Thank you. Thank you for your time.